Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Brand image, customer experience, customer engagement. Now, it's been a little while since I've done a video. Been engrossed in work. Now, one thing that's become apparent just recently, and I've mentioned it in a previous video, so you're going to have to try and tee the two videos up. Brand ambassador and social media. Now, the most important thing of any business is its customers. And you've heard me say this time and time and time again. The customers come in and they spend their money. Now, they've got options of where to spend their money. So when your customers are coming in endorsing your business by spending their money with you, they're endorsing the products that they sell, they're endorsing to their friends. And I want you to try and understand this. And it was a little bit, I did a mystery shop at a golf course, if you remember. And the people there are encouraging more growth. The customers want to represent the golf course. The customers want to go and represent. And there comes a point that it doesn't really matter what you think. It's the way your customers are driving your business. Your customers are coming up with ideas. Your customers are coming up with, I suppose in some respects, a purpose for your business. But you've got to listen and you've got to see what your customers are doing, what your customers are saying. Now, there's a business that I love and there's a business that I go to. And it's got people doing their social media, but they're not listening. They're not seeing what's happening. They're reproducing the same, and it's getting repetitive and it's getting boring. And the problem with that is that customers are now switching off. They're not, they're not enticed by it. They're going, same message as it was last week, same message as it was the week before. They're just now unsubscribing. The idea of social, and I've said this a million times, is it's going down the pub and being topical, being friendly, being part of it. Social network, it's social. That's the fun bit that everybody's missing out. It's about being social, it's about being topical, it's about being fun, about telling people what you're doing, how you're doing. Now, some of my friends and some of my entrepreneurs, in some respects, haven't ever had that going down the pub experience because the pubs and the leisure has changed over the years. But it used to be after work, you'd go down the pub on a Friday, you'd have a chat, what you been doing, how you doing? We're watching the football, where you going at the weekend? It was a focal point and it was a meeting point. Well, social media is that focal point and meeting point. People land on your page or they get promoted by your page to see what you're doing. You've got to be topical, you've got to engage, you've got to do the right thing. Because it's the right thing to do. Now, your customers are doing this for you. Now, if you've got a switched on team, a switched on group of staff, they're watching what's going on social media. They're interacting with the customers that are promoting your business, doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. So when your customers are retweeting you, when your customers are advising other people to come to your business, say thank you. When a customer does something, say thank you. When a customer comes and buys, whether it's a shirt, it's a watch, whatever, say thank you. Because you're not just talking to the customer in front of you, you're getting them to open their phone book, their collective Facebook page, as it is now, to invite other people. Now, I'll put this into perspective. I went to a sporting event. I used to commentate, as some of you know, at Motorsport. I went to an event, checked in on Facebook, just was there with some friends, checked in. I got 3 messages on Facebook that said, I haven't been there for ages, and what's it like? Now, this is where the opportunity was that I was able to say, it's great racing, great event, blah, blah, blah. They look after me. I'll invite you. Now, that was all public on a Facebook page. Now, what was good was that I've worked with that business before and they went, thanks for that, and we'll get them some half price tickets because you've recommended them. Thank you very much, blah, blah, blah. They were watching what I was doing, like they should be doing. It comes up, they were tagged in it. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that a lot of business is built on reputation. A lot of business is built on relationships. A lot of business is built on trust. If If you haven't got that trust, or you're losing that trust, and if you've come up with ideas and they haven't been done 5, 6, 7 years ago, 8, whatever, you're losing trust. And people have a different way of working these days. And we've talked about it on some of my other channels and when I go and give seminars. People aren't working 9 to 5 anymore. They're not doing a routine job and have a weekend leisure time. People are now working any 5 from 7, or they've got 0 hours, or they've got whatever. They're not old school working. 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, you had 2 days of leisure. Yeah, it's not like that anymore. People are now, Sunday is a working day. I was talking to the haulage industry guys, and although it was bank holiday Monday, it was Monday. They just looked at it, the companies they work for, the companies they haul for are international companies. They didn't necessarily understand the bank holiday. Like one of the American companies that we deal with was, well, it's a Monday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you drive trucks. Yeah, but it's bank holiday. Well, what's that mean in England? We're still flying the stuff over there for you to distribute. We're still sending the stuff in by the containers. Monday's Monday, go to work. So people's leisure time is more scarce, but when they have it, they want to go and make the most of it. So regardless of what it is that your business does, people can go online. So if you're thinking I'm just talking about the leisure world, no. People can go online at any time, 24/7. And we'll talk about my truck driving friends. They're sat in a truck, in a lay-by or in a truck stop. 11 o'clock at night, they're finished. Get on the old laptop, get on the buttons. Oh, I need this for the weekend, or I'm playing golf, or I need some more clothes, or I need a new watch. They're on the internet at 10, 11 o'clock at night doing their shopping or doing their business or buying the stuff they want. Now, if that's when your business is there, I don't expect your staff to be there, but I expect your brand and your image and what people are hearing. So what you're creating, this momentum's going to roll on. And when it rolls on, yes, you're right, they can do their shopping at 10 o'clock. When you get it the next morning, you go back and you send them a reply that says, thank you very much, seeing you've been online, blah, 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 blah. You're going to engage with them. The times might be different, but when they then clock back on and pick their messages up, it's going to be there. And they go, thanks for that. So bear in mind, the most important people taking your business forward are your customers. You control the customers. The customers drive your business. You get the right pricing structure, you get the right attitude, you get the right staff. Your customers will come back time and time and time and time again. Your customers pay the wages. The customers drive the business. The staff make the relationships and do what it all filters down, but you've got to have a positive structure, you've got to have a strong development, and you've got to be going forward, led in some respects, and I think most of the way, by what your customers want. If the customers want this, give them that, because when you've given it to them, they're buying it still from you. And when your customers are with you, they're online or they're on your shop and they're talking about you, thank them. Simples, really. Anyway, we've got another busy day ahead and we'll catch up with you soon.